안녕하세요. 오늘의 주제는 약속 그리고 모임입니다. 세 문제 가져왔고요. 약속을 잡는 경향, 약속을 잡기 전에 연락 과정, 그리고 기억에 남는 약속, 이렇게 세 문제에 대한 답변 해보도록 하겠습니다.
People set up appointments for various reasons. What sort of appointments do you usually make, social or otherwise? Who do you usually meet with? Where do you usually meet them? Tell me about it in detail.
Well, when I set up appointments, it's usually for social gatherings with my high school or university friends. Most of the time, we just meet up to catch up and see how everyone's doing. Appointments are often made for dinner gatherings on weekday evenings after work. Since a lot of my friends are working, we often choose a restaurant near their offices to make things easier for them. I also love drinking, so we often go to a bar or a pub after dinner. Having a few beers and chatting about life is a great way to relax. We can unwind and have fun while talking about random things. And the alcohol helps us relax and puts us in a good mood. And you know what? After a few drinks, we often head to a coin karaoke room. I really love singing, so it's always a blast. Everyone gets into the mood, and we take turns singing our favorite songs. It's a great way to wrap up the night, you see. So yeah, most of my appointments are social, just hanging out and having fun with the people I care about. Nothing too fancy, but just good food, good drinks, and some great music. That's it.
When you want to meet up with someone, how do you get in touch with him or her? Do you make phone calls, send an email, or do something else? How does the exchange usually go? Tell me about the process from beginning to end.
Oh, you're curious about how I set up appointments. Well, there's nothing special about it, and honestly, I don't have much to say, but I'll try to explain in detail. I usually make plans through phone calls or messaging apps. Actually, it really depends on the situation. If it's a same day plan, I usually just call my friend. I'll say something like, "Hey, what are you up to? Are you free today?" And if they are, we meet up spontaneously. But if it's a plan for a few weeks later, I mostly use a messaging app. I just send a message asking if they are available that day, and we check our calendars. If the date works for both of us, we set up the appointment. And one more thing. When it's a group plan with more than 4 people, it's not easy to find the day that works for everyone, right? So I use the date voting feature in the messaging app to figure out the best day for everyone. It's super convenient. So in the end, the way I set up plans depends on the situation. It might not seem like a big deal, but I guess I have my own way of making plans efficiently.
Tell me about the most memorable appointment you have ever had. What kind of appointment was it? Who did you meet? What did you do? Did anything unexpected or interesting occur? Why was it so memorable?
One of the most memorable appointments I've ever had was a bowling night with 3 of my high school friends. The 4 of us decided to meet up at a bowling pub where we could enjoy some beer while playing. We split into 2 teams, 2 versus 2, and made a bet. The losing team had to pay for the bowling fees, and honestly, it wasn't cheap. That made things a bit tense, and I really didn't want to lose. But at first, I was terrible. It had been a long time since I last bowled, so it felt so awkward and difficult to send the ball straight forward. My shots kept going into the gutter, and I was sure we were going to lose. You know, it was so frustrating. But something crazy happened. Starting from the second round, my teammate and I suddenly started playing really well. We both scored over 100 points, and somehow we managed to win all the way to the third round. In the end, our team won the bet, and it felt amazing. The reason this appointment was so memorable is because of the thrill of winning. I didn't expect the result at all, and it felt like luck was really on our side that night. It was such a fun and exciting experience that I'll never forget. 네, 이렇게 돌발 주제, 약속 그리고 모임에 대한 세 문제 답변 모두 완료해봤고요. 오늘도 영상 시청해주셔서 너무나도 감사드립니다.